Blessings, everyone. It's Saturday. It's around 10 o'clock here in Edinburgh. I wanted you to see my hair. I was speaking about this in a previous video. I have been washing my hair over the past maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. It's been quite recent. And I've noticed that my hair isn't drying out, which is interesting because I became connected with my hair in a different way, a long time ago, probably around about the late 90s. I found that my hair was a very big part of my expression and the way that it expressed itself as its own entity. And I was observing it and watching it at that time. The hair was becoming it was speaking to me. And I meditate a lot, and my hair tends to open, and it can be very full, and it can have a lot of energy in it. And I use as natural products as possible. And for everything, but when I'm washing my hair, I'll use things like coconut, a coconut oil or a coconut product of some sort. And this has got nothing to do with the product. I don't know why I'm even using the name product, because it doesn't really do anything for me anymore. But anyway, the past 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks, I noticed that when I was washing my hair, it was still wet, late afternoon. And I usually bathe in the evenings or late afternoon. It's like a practice for me and a ritual. And in the morning, the hair is washed, and then in the evening, I bathe, and I use lots of magic. Charge the water with and bless it with crystalline energy. And every time I use water, whether it's for drinking or for cooking or for bathing, I bless it and send energy into the source of the water supply, and ask for it to be purified and to come from a natural source. So it's really interesting doing this, because I have seen some magic happen with the water over the past few years. So anyway, bathing, and my hair is just it's amazing. I found that today that my hair has got this kind of waxy look to it. And it looks like it's wet, and it's not, but it's definitely something to do with the energetic change that I'm going through, of course. Also, the body is, how can I describe this? The more deeply that I'm going into the shift and these downloads that we're experiencing, which have been really powerful for me for the past 6 or 7 years. And since 2017, it's been a regular all day experience where I'm hearing the sound coming through and these really loud sounds coming through, and it literally just takes over my whole being. And I find that I just cannot function, and I have to rest and go through the process that's happening to me. It can last all day sometimes. It's been quite a change in my energy, accepting that everything will be provided for me to go through these processes, because that was my concern at the beginning, was that I felt I needed to function on another level, and yeah, what was going to, I guess, just concerned about myself as a person. Am I okay? Is this, am I going to be able to free myself through these processes? Am I safe? That was a big one for me. And so that was also a huge part of the shift that I went through when I had to move in March this year, where I was very concerned that that my life was going to change in a way that I didn't want to go. So I'm finding that the more that I can relax and just be in the process, as I've been provided with a space to do this, that over the past couple of weeks, there has been a big change in the body and the cells in the body, as we're embodying more of the soul energy. And the body and the muscles and the bones, which I've been going through a lot for a number of years, and that I've spoken about before, I'm experiencing a great deal of heat through the cells, and the inside of the body feels as if it's burning, and it's also exhausting. So as this transformation's happening, I'm finding at the present time that I'm able to move in a way that I couldn't before. It's really interesting, because I do have a Western mind, although my approach to life, I don't recognize that as being a truth for me, and I never have, because I'm a universal person, and that is something that I always have known. As a child, meditating and being in spaces that were very silent and very still, and being put into a space to be literally to be on my own and to be quiet. And as a child, accepting that it was a gift, not fighting with it, which there was an element of that, of course. I'm feeling that I was being punished because all my friends, I haven't really had a lot of friends throughout my life in that way, in the way that I see other people being friends. And I'm not really into group energy, or I'm not even into family in terms of the blood family. It's not been my experience inside myself. I'm very connected, and I'm a connected person in terms of the oneness that we experience, and feel very connected at soul level, which I've always had. So there's been a shift through my healing process and through my awareness, where I've elevated my consciousness and been able to really see the truth of what's happening in terms of this lifetime, and also deep, deep love and respect for the blood DNA family that really took care of me when I was a child, and in my early years, where my approach to life felt very painful. And it's a story of a sensitive and a highly sensitive soul. Education system that was punishing and was very harsh, and a family life that was very lonely for me, in terms of me always being on my own, and being protected in a way that came from a higher source. So I used to find myself in lots of places, as I was saying, and I would be on my own, and I would be very scared sometimes as a child. So there's a real process there in terms of healing. And I know it's a story, I'm sharing this because it's a story that I know that really is charged with energy and a message for lots of people that are experiencing something similar. There's a shift in our awareness when we're universal souls. And when I talk about being a universal soul, I'm talking about someone that is very strongly an individual, who is creative and who really sees life through their own language inside. They are the observer. They watch life from inside. And for a child that goes into an education system that is part of this universal source, it can be extremely painful, or it was a very painful experience. If they're being pushed and forced into using their mental energy to supposedly learn through a system that's in place. So if we've had this kind of experience throughout our childhoods, where we felt that we were, that we weren't free, that there was a lack of love in our lives and a lack of connection there all around us. As we grow, we become more and more isolated. The awakening process brings us back into, or it should bring you back into the universal source, where everything is aligned for your highest good. And it's quite something for the body, because the body can both resist and also feel the pain of the separation there. It's one of the concerns I have about the new children that are coming in, and I started writing a book about the new kids a while ago. It's been inside me for probably about 20 years. It was there when I was writing my first book. And I have got quite a lot written on this book, and I did send it off to a publisher a couple of years ago to see if I could get some interest in publishing it. But I didn't have success with that. And it's still there, and I get mirrors of it everywhere I go, and messages about this book coming through. So the universe is prompting me to continue with it and to finish it. So the concern that I have about the children is very much based on my own unique experience and my connection with the new children that are coming in as a soul, because I do feel an alignment with them. I recognize children wherever I go through the eyes, and I feel a deep connection at soul level with the kids. And yeah, being this spiritual midwife, when I'm working with women, I can see the soul coming in to connect with the womb and the woman. If she's trying to conceive, for example, where she'll feel a connection with her needs, but maybe not have a clear connection on a higher level with the soul that is messaging her and saying that they want to come through her body. And I feel this is part of the teachings that I need to share and assist with at an organic level, so allowing women to recognize this gift that they have of higher communication if it's needed. There's never any push there, or I don't feel the need to pressure anyone. If it's needed, then it will come. But anyway, yeah, it's interesting, this change that's happening, both personally and on a higher level with my own energy, and this movement that's going on through. I feel it's coming through the spirit, and the spirit's being blessed with more freedom there. So as everything combines within the body in terms of our spirit and our magic there that comes from spirit and the movement inside us, then that part of us that feels the rhythm of life, and I can feel my body moving just speaking about it, the need to move and dance and be free, to feel the sounds coming through and to vocalize them through a language that is part of us, our soul language and our soul rhythm. It's very beautiful. The experiences that I've had with water, which I'll just share while I was talking about it. Yeah, I've been blessing the water and the water supply in my home over quite a long period now. Probably, around 10 years. So every time water is used, it's blessed, and also it's used for purpose, and I feel that's important for it to be stated, the purpose of using the water. It allows the water elements to connect in and really free up the water supply, because they're protecting the waterways at the present time. And there is this concern about water being restricted and all sorts of strange energies around water, I feel. It's very confused. So these elements are coming in and they're asking to be part of the blessing of the water. So you can ask for the water elements to really free up your water supply in your home, and ask for it to be as pure as possible and to come from a pure source. And this connection in with Mother Earth and this beauty that comes through, which is part of our own water in terms of the body. So when we're connected in with the water on that level, the water supply changes, and the water that you're using, if you're bathing in it, you'll find that the water softens, and it sometimes takes on a glow and a change that you can actually sense and feel when you're using it for bathing. Also, drinking water, there's a taste there that is in the drinking water that's connected with this pure form of light that's coming through the water supply. A few years ago, I was doing lots of gatekeeping and seeing these massive, huge gateways opening up in the earth, and these golden bridges appearing, like these big portals of golden light that were really powerful at the time, and they used to knock me out. Sometimes I'd be aware of it. So when there's a big gateway opening up and it's really illuminating the planet, I would find myself very quiet, and I would be meditating and also just resting and bathing in these energies. And the water was really guiding me through these processes. When I was filling up a glass with water, the water was actually tinted a golden colour, which was amazing. And when I tasted it, it had this very deep, deep taste that I can't really describe. But I know that my body was responding to it. And it was a feeling of gratitude from the body for this magic that was, it's like an elixir or a nectar that was going into the body through the water that was being drunk. And I would have a bath and fill a bath with water as part of this ritual on this day. And the water in the bath was golden colour. When I stepped into it, I just felt everything release, and this beautiful energy come through from the water, which was very deep, and it had this feeling of bathing in the essence of Mother Earth. So be aware of your power in terms of how you connect in with the earth and these amazing magical sources that are part of the elementals and Mother Earth sharing with you, which is very sacred, I feel. as a sacred source of love. So, I'm just tuning in here. So we're in October, and first week in October. The message that's coming through today is that there is a rising frequency that is bringing much of the beauty of this shift through into both into the earth and also sharing with the human race as a place of this beautiful golden light that I speak of. And this golden light is also this new earth color that's coming through. There's the golden new earth energy. So if you can imagine that the earth, as it's raising its frequency, has a grid of light that is a golden color, and there is a depth there that I spoke of yesterday, I think, if I've got that right. But there was this, awareness of this golden light really supporting the light of who we are inside. This source of sweetness that I speak about, and this deep love for life and for our own sacred journey of life. So the light is coming through the feet as we walk the earth. Just moving my legs here. There is a sense of illumination that is lighting up the grid, and it's lighting up our aura. And there's this sense of glow within, and it's very connected with the sun and the light of this these golden rays that are coming to earth through the sun being acknowledged as a sacred form. So if you can feel into your own sunlight inside, I can do a short meditation on this, but it's this feeling of being fully connected in with our radiance and this beauty that shines from inside us, and our connection with this beautiful solar sunlight that I see coming through. The beauty of this, the golden rays of light, this richness that is more than color. It's a vibration and an expansion of who we are. It's really beautiful. Also, our soul identity, as we become more free within, we're able to observe and watch what's happening with the body and with our energy without feeling any emotion or any attachment, which is really, really beautiful. Because where it comes through, and there's no fear or any attachment there. And life is observed through the eyes of the soul, and we meet this on our journey of life everywhere we go. So I'm going to do a short meditation. I'm just waiting to see what's coming through here. I'm just connecting in here. I'm just connecting in with the solar sun energy that I was speaking about. So if you can imagine that we have this beautiful golden light, and this light of the sun inside, and this expansion of the rays of light, and they're expanding out into our field and our awareness, where these streams of light are opening and blessing every cell of our being. And recognition of who we are as a being of pure source energy. So we can just connect in with this source and breathe this energy through our being on all levels of being. Blessing our wisdom and our free spirit inside. This knowing self. Our deep connection with Mother Earth, where she speaks through us. She's fully connecting in with the beauty of life and this abundant source, the natural self that is free inside. So I'm just saying thank you to Mother Earth for this blessing. Deep peace and joy. The message is about the nourishment that we have that is complete and is natural, that is already there. It is our gift to ourselves. And this beauty that shines from inside, and this connection with the source of all life. I'll just finish with some light language that's coming through. Have a beautiful day, and I'll speak to you soon. Namaste.